Destruction. We humans are amazing at causing it. Over the course of human history, we have eliminated hundreds to thousands of species, both plants and animals alike. We've also ruined a lot of ecosystems. Now with the threat of global warming, it is more so important now that we do something about it. Incorporating genetically engineered plants and animals into these damaged ecosystems could be beneficial and help them recover. Having been growing some of these plants myself and taking part in a few as ecological restoration projects in and around Santa Barbara, Santa Clarita, Ponca, I feel that I have a little bit of experience and I would like to share this with you guys. I want to tell you guys some examples of some of these practices that are being done today. To start off, I want to tell you guys the story of the American chestnut. It was a tree native to the eastern United States and Canada. It is a tree now that is considered functionally extinct. Still alive, but so few remain that nothing can be done about it. The American chestnut, Castata dentata, was a keystone species in the US. They're massive trees known as the redwoods of the East due to their impressive size and stature. It was said that a monkey could cross from Alabama into southern Canada on the canopies of these trees alone. Up until the 1800s, this tree thrived in the eastern United States, growing in states all the way as south as Florida, into Ontario, Quebec, Montreal area. The indigenous people harvested this tree for its fruit, for its lumber, used it in construction, and as a food source. When the Europeans came and America started becoming colonized, industrialized, it was used a lot for railroad ties, for telephone poles. A lot of these still stand today, buildings, and furniture. That was until around the late 1800s, when an invasive Asiatic blight was brought over with Japanese chestnuts planted inside the the Bronx Zoo. Little by little, this blight spread, and within about half a century, the tree was almost completely gone. By the 1930s, around half of the estimated 4 billion trees were completely wiped out. By the 1950s, so few of them that remained, it was a miracle if you found them. Since the loss of this chestnut, many of our chestnuts, especially the popular around Christmas time, have come from European species, mainly grown in Turkey and in Italy. We can no longer harvest this tree for its plentiful nut. It was very beneficial, and it helped a lot of these ecosystems thrive. Genetic engineering could make this tree more resilient to this blight and reintroduce it back into the States. Now that I've told you guys about a species that we want to introduce, I want to tell you guys about a species that many have been trying to eradicate. The southern mule deer was introduced here to Catalina Island in the 1930s. Around 8 were originally brought, and it was usually brought for game hunting, so hunters, and could bring money into the island. Now today, around 2,000 of these individuals roam this small island. It has destroyed native habitats. A lot of these plants evolved without having major herbivores eating them. They have no protectors against these. A good example would be the California mountain mahogany. There's an estimated about 8 left in the wild, and they're extremely protected, but these deer still threaten this species. As stated by the Catalina Island Conservatory in 2026, which is a nonprofit who aims to restore this island's ecosystem, the deer must be removed for the island to thrive. Methods in the past that have been used were sharpshooting and hunting, but it's not enough to control. Lately, some other methods, tranquilization and sterilization, have been used. Sterilized individuals released into, little by little, bring the population down. Now I'd like to tell you guys some examples of some genetic engineering that has been done. Since farming and agriculture first started with human civilization, we have used this to make better and favorable crops. Some perfect examples are corn that came from a grass, apples, tomatoes. A lot of these species have been genetically engineered by us humans, little by little and over thousands of years. But now with modern technologies, we can do much more. As mentioned earlier, the chestnut was wiped out by this invasive blight species. And we want to see something done about this trip. Luckily, something is currently being done. William Powell, who is an author for the Cold Spring Harbor Perspectives in Biology, in 2024 stated that a blight-tolerant species was created using wheat. This genome breaks down oxalates that are created by this blight. And the American Chestnut Foundation, in 2023, stated that their work modifying this tree could be the first instance of a genetically engineered organism being used to reforest and re-inhabit some of these ecosystems. To end off, I talked about some introduced species that benefit the system, and I mentioned some other species that we want to bring back. Humans are known for destruction. Why not change the damage that we have done and leave this world more beautiful than the day before? Thank you so much.